And now you're playing that catch-up game and you're trying to build out the habits again and the consistency and the routine and the disciplines. Bro, if you always stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Alrighty, welcome back to the show. Thank you for joining me. For those of you who are new here, my name is Byron Ovenstone. Guys, I've done this coaching thing for a minute, right? I've done it for a while now. I've coached literally hundreds and hundreds of people at this point. I wouldn't be shocked if it was thousands. One of the success criteria that I've been able to identify is the people that are super successful versus the people that aren't. They're able to handle stress. They're able to get into a stressful environment and think clearly, build out a plan, and execute said plan, regardless of the stress levels. So, with that being said, Byron of 6 months ago, the stress that I deal with today, Byron 6 months ago would have crumbled and died. He literally would have been debilitated because the last few months has been rough. But when you condition yourself to handle stress and it becomes just part of who you are and what you do, and you're able to remain cool, calm, collected, shit gets crazy. So one of the things that my dad used to say to me when I was a kid, and I didn't really understand it for the longest time, was he would say things like, panic kills people. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Wayno? Anyway, I now understand, because when stress kicks off, when you're in that fight or flight state, the guys that can control themselves, the guys that can take a step back for a second, take a breath, compose themselves, and then action and do a plan, those guys win. The people who fly off the fucking handlebars, don't let their brain process what's going on, and they just go batshit crazy, those people panic and they end up shit creek. So you don't want to be one of those people, because that's not how you're going to level up in this game called life. Like a few videos ago where I said it's literally a game. Life will keep serving you the same problem over and over and over again until such time as you are ready to solve it. And when you transcend that problem to where you have the skill sets and the mindset to handle that situation, then and only then does life let you proceed to the next level. Just like in a game, you're not going to defeat the fucking level if you don't have the skill sets and the strategy to do so. Life is no different. So how do you develop a higher stress tolerance or a higher pain tolerance? Well, that's exactly what we do in my coaching program. And there's a reason we build it out the way that we do. Because the reality of the situation is this, guys. Stress is inevitable. It's going to be something that is there forever. Regardless of whether you make $100 a month or $100 million a month, you still have stress. You still have problems. So if that's inevitable and that's what this life is all about, I'm going to go with the $100 million problems and the $100 million stress, because at least I'm going to get fucking paid. Regardless, I'm still stressed and I still have problems, but at least on this side, I have problems while driving a fucking Lamborghini or flying in a private jet. I take that over sleeping in a car and eating 4 times a week at best, right? I've been there, done that. That shit fucking blows. So we craft this within our program. The program's called the Agoge. It focuses on your fitness, your nutrition, your mindset, and we take it one step further where we build a community of fucking savages, of like-minded people, because what we've identified is that there's a lot of lone wolves out there. There's a lot of men who are an island to themselves. And the problem with that is that you can only get so far on your own. Yes, you can go fast as fuck because no one there is slowing you down. So you can go as fast as you like, but you're inevitably going to hit something that not even you can overcome. And when you have the right network and the right people behind you, now you start leveraging that ecosystem and they start removing barriers out of the way for you. Because, hey, Byron, I'm running into this nutrition problem. Not a problem, person fucking Joe Soap on the other end of this video. Dude, I've run into that problem 100 times. Here's how you solve it. Boom, solution. Now all you do is execute what I told you and you win. Hey, Byron, I'm running into this problem where I can't scale my business from 6 figures to 7 figures. Not a problem, Mr. Other side of the video. I've solved that problem multiple times over. In fact, I've solved 7, 8, 9, 10 figure problems because I used to consult for banks. This is how we would do it. This is what we would do. Run this play. You should see a result. If you don't, circle back with me. Let me know what is going on. and let's revise the plan. Micro changes, and we go from there. So we've identified that that is severely lacking in today's world. You've got a lot of masterminds, you've got a lot of this, you've got a lot of that, but nothing that brings it all together under one roof. So we did. But anyway, this is not a sales pitch on my program, so I'm going to fucking backtrack and go back to where I was talking about. I was talking about how do we craft stress to where you get used to being stressed and increasing the stress tolerance, increasing the pain tolerance. Well, you do that through doing hard shit every fucking day. So what we ask the guys to do on a consistent basis is to train like a savage, track their nutrition regardless of what they put in their face. It goes in your app and you track it. You dial in your mindset, so you pay attention to the input. It's not just about what goes in your mouth that determines how your life changes, guys. If you're listening to the news and watching the news and watching a bunch of other stupid shit that really just fucks with your headspace, even music is such a powerful tool for your headspace and your mindset. But I can promise you now, if you put on the news and it's a 24-hour news channel and you watch that an entire day, by the end of the day, you're going to be asking yourself, why the fuck am I bothering with this shit? The world is fucked. Everything's broken. There's no way. Fuck working hard and trying. Everything is fucked. So we're done here. I'm not doing it. Stupid, right? So we program you guys to take in good, healthy stuff, not only from a nutrition standpoint, but from input in general. What you see, what you listen to, how you think, what you read, all of that matters as well. But in terms of increasing pain tolerance and stress, we get you working out. We program some pretty filthy workouts on a consistent basis. We ask you to do your workouts ideally in the morning. Now, not everyone can do it in the morning. Some people work night shift. It's a fuck up. But as a general rule of thumb, if you can start your day with an absolute monstrosity of a workout to where it really starts asking you some pretty hard questions about this game called life, and you have to really overcome and endure some pain and stress. Once you're done and you tick that box and you overcome some shit that you didn't think you could do, like when I put in my program, you have a warm-up of 500 reps on the leg press machine with your body weight. Now, 90% of people, as soon as they look at that, they're like, fuck this guy. This guy's batshit crazy. Fuck him. I'm not doing it. How will he know if I did it or not? Maybe I'll just do like 100 reps or maybe even 50 reps and then I'll call it a day and move on. Or maybe I'll do 200 reps and move on. You're only but cutting off your own nose to spite your face. Because if you lean into that discomfort and that adversity, what's harder in your day than doing 500 leg press with your body weight? You break it up as much as you need to, but what could possibly go on outside of this gym? Let's pretend I'm in the gym right now. What the fuck could be going on outside in the real world that's going to hit me harder today than that? Not a whole hell of a lot. So when you condition yourself to take that kind of heat on a consistent basis and you just take fucking punches to the throat on a regular basis, now when you go out into the real world, you're like, oh, that's only $1,000 problem? Easy, we do this, this, and this. Why? Because you've set yourself up on a consistent basis and you've done the sets and the reps of stress management, of managing your pain tolerance, that life's not that hard anymore. Same as like a cold shower or an ice bath. We get the guys cold showering or it's doing some kind of cold therapy for 5 minutes a day, every day. If you don't have access to an ice bath or an icy cold stream somewhere or just a puddle of water somewhere that's fucking cold, cold shower will be better than a nothing. Do that every day for 5 minutes. One of the first things you do in the day. After your workout or before your workout, you have a 5-minute cold shower. Again, what happens? Your body's like, oh, fuck. This shit sucks. That internal dialogue gets real loud. It's painful. This is stupid. I don't have to do this. I could just tick the box. No one will know. You will know. And it'll show. But the point is, when we get you doing those kind of things on a consistent basis, we unlock those levels where stress becomes something that's just normal. And then as you level up in this game called life, as you unlock new challenges, yes, the stress gets a little bit more every single time. So what? You're conditioned for it. You're conditioned for the chaos. So understand, if you're someone who's like been banging their head against the wall for months on end now, where you're just running into the same shit and you just can't seem to get through, You probably have a stress or a pain tolerance issue that you're just not being able to break through. Over and above that, I would highly recommend you start hiring yourself a coach. There is only so much you can do on your own. The fucking most wealthiest people on earth have coaches for a reason. It's because they see around corners that you don't know exist. They solve problems that you may not necessarily have the skill set to solve just yet, because they've done the shit that you're wanting to do. Whether it's in your fitness, your nutrition, your mindset, your business, it doesn't really matter. Like I've said many, many times over before, the minute you stop learning and stop growing, you've capped yourself. And that's as good as life's going to get for you. If you don't add new skill sets and you don't learn how to problem solve in new ways, and you don't learn how to maintain and sustain stress levels and pain tolerances, etc., that's as good as life gets for you. So if you're in a position now where you're like, dude, life is great, nothing could be better, like everything is as good as it's going to ever be, then cool, maybe stop learning, stop growing. But I can promise you now, the minute you stop doing that, shit starts going backwards. Because this game called life is a progression. The minute you stop, everything else keeps going and you just stay there. Problematic, because now you're behind the 8 ball again and you're fucking trying to play that catch-up game. It's just like your fitness. You're not going to the gym one time, getting fit, and then you're fit for the rest of your life. You have to keep doing it. You have to keep going, keep running the play. It's the same with this game called life and everything else you're trying to achieve. If you're not constantly moving forward, the world keeps moving and you stay still. And next minute you're fucking left behind. And you wipe the shit out of your eyes and you look around and you're like, motherfucker, this is not what I signed up for. This isn't what I wanted. How the fuck did we fall so far? How did I all of a sudden become 40, 60, 80, 100 pounds overweight? And it seemingly happens overnight. But you and I both know it's not an overnight thing. It's 6, 8, 12 months of neglect. And then all of a sudden it's like, shit, I got to do something about this. And now you're playing that catch-up game and you're trying to build out the habits again and the consistency and the routine and the disciplines. Bro, if you always stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So just stay ready. Dial in your fitness, dial in your nutrition, dial in that mindset, get a network of savages around you who keep you leveling up, and hire yourself a fucking coach. Someone's going to hold your feet to the fire. Expect more from you than you expect of yourself. And when you start slipping up, they catch you. Because again, like the stock market, you want to kind of make progression, right? Every now and then you take a dump. Of course you do. That's life. Nothing happens in straight lines. So if we can catch you and you have higher lows and higher highs, well, now you're trending up. If you're having lower lows and lower highs, now you're trending down. It's pretty simple shit. Me, I want to trend up. I want higher highs, higher lows. That's good times. You're still going to have your lows. It's inevitable. This fucking game called life runs in seasons. There's a reason the entire world runs on seasons too. You don't have summer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, fucking 365 days a year. You have seasons, you have cycles for a reason. So you're going to have your downs, you're going to have your ups. As long as your ups are higher than last time and your lows are higher than last time, you're winning. Do more of that. Keep running that play. That's what's up. So like I said, get your shit together, pull yourself towards yourself, increase that pain tolerance, increase that stress tolerance, and before you know it, when you start incorporating that with a bunch of the other stuff that I've been like planting seeds on for a while now, everything will get significantly better, significantly faster. Run the play. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like, subscribe, share. I'll see you next time. Cheers for now.